Welcome back to my channel, friends. I'm Tammy Kay, and today we are painting. We're going to use this book, beautiful sketchbook by Arrtx, and we're going to paint some roses today. Very simple. I got the reference from Pinterest. I love how this turned out. Roses can be tricky, but don't worry. These are my best tips and tricks for creating loose, watercolory roses. I have nothing else to say, but let's get into painting. So here is my reference I'm using today. Little Pinterest reference, and we're just gonna play with some color. So you're gonna grab your water, spray down your palette, and I'm gonna start with this one. It's a quill, but it's equivalent to a number 10 round. So you have a 10 or 12, whatever you got. This paper, I'm using it in this fashion so we can just do a very tall, thin painting and just have fun with it. So I'm going to start with the peonies, some side-facing ones. So just grab whatever pink you have. And there's a little bit of yellow. It's kind of making it corally. So you're just going to have a little dirty puddle, all right? Nothing too crazy. Everyone can do it. Dab your brush to just get off the excess paint. And let's start to do just a little, like a little, kind of an oval. Right here, a little oval. And what we're doing is we're going to start going around, just kind of wrapping these little petals around the center, just a lot of lines. And we're making this center, we're making it look like there's multiple petals. Leaving the white space is going to give us a very nice separation between petals. Otherwise, it's hard to tell where one petal stops and one begins. Might as well just do a solid circle. So I'm just going to go around here, just quickly, just kind of doing these little C-curve shapes. All right, and this would be a really great thing to practice, maybe on a sheet. Just those multi-layered petals. They can be challenging, but they can be done, friends. So now I'm just going to add in a few more thicker petals, sitting down, or they're not sitting down, they're angled down. Okay. It's coming together, friends, it's coming together. And if you want a few more, there you go. So there's our first peony. We're going to put a second one up here. I'm actually going to move this. Let's just go to the other side for this. For them trying to keep this centered here. All right, so let's do a second one. Right now though, if you want to, you can put in some other color. I think I'm gonna wait till that layer is dried. It's just a little bit easier. And for this one, we can't see the center. We're just gonna see kind of some, I mean, you can't really see the center. You can see just like a little bit of an ovally shape right here. Oval shape with some more petals. It's hard to explain how to do these because so much of this, let's do a bigger one here, is intuition, where you're just kind of putting those marks down, just kind of seeing where you want to put stuff, but keep your marks rounded because we're emulating petals. Okay. Just a few more marks right here. And it just looks like a hot mess, and that's fine. But she's side facing. We can add in some more definition once it's dry. So now I want to put in some longer roses, or just, they're more like little stems of roses. They're kind of these buds. So I'm going to go a little more pink, adding some pink into my puddle. And let's just do these long little shapes. Kind of like a tulip, but thinner. And then another one right here. And another one here. Now while they're still wet, I'm actually going to grab a little bit of yellow and pink here. A little corally, orangey color. And just pop in a little more color. Just let that sit. We have another little rose here that I haven't neglected. We haven't gotten to it yet. Let's use pink to make that one. So I'm going to start with let's dab the brush, just like a little circle. Gonna go around adding our marks, leaving white space. I keep looking at my reference just so that, you know, I'm aware of where I'm going. Going around. And then we're gonna press down and make some wider marks. Because we're just trying to layer these petals. Okay, and if you want to go a little bit wider, you can. All right, it's very, very light, very loose. And we want to put in a vase. I'm going to start with some stems and then we'll stop and we'll sketch in really lightly just our basic vase shape. So I'm going to grab some green over here, whatever you have. I mean, I love a good sap green, just kind of a medium green. And for this, it's great. So I'm just going to put in my first stem here and my second one here and my third. Okay, and then over here, put in a stem. So I'm just going to go a little ways down and then we're going to do our vase. All right, so because it's going to start about here. And then we'll put in some other leaves and things. It's going to be beautiful. So take your pencil. Now, do you have to sketch? No, you don't. But I find it just to be easier. It's helpful. Then I don't have to worry so much about where to place stuff. So I'm just going to do this curve line. That's the lip of the vase. And then curl it under like this. And don't worry if it's not centered. I actually like off-centered vases. I feel like it just looks more organic, more natural. We're going to do a little curve in right here. And a curve in right here. And then we're going to do the body of the vase. This is not going to be necessarily perfect, but we can always augment things. Just getting the bases on there. So really wide here, the basic parts, little sketchy marks. And then come together and do a rounded front. Now, you can see it's not quite perfect, so all I'm going to do is just change something if I need to widen it or narrow something. It's okay, and I'm not scared of pencil marks like some people are, I guess. I'm not worried about them, so if you are, and that's okay, you can just erase. But I say that's good enough for now. I'm just going to keep it like that. So now I'm going to take my larger brush again, and I'm going to go for just the beautiful aqua colors that I have. So I'm just going to start putting that in. Painting in my vase, and it's very easy because we have everything already down. Right? So just like a coloring page. Now, friends, I have to say, if you are enjoying this video, please hit the like button and let me know in the comments, you know, what you might do differently. I always want to know what people think about, you know, how I'm painting. I mean, not what I think about necessarily, but like, what might you want to do differently to make it your own? Would you want to add in a different shaped vase, or maybe just have, you know, stems that are out there? They're not in a vase. Free stems. I'm leaving a little white space for a highlight just for fun. You know, maybe you do different flowers or different shapes. I'm curious. Let me know in the comments what you think. All right, so a little bit of a highlight there. I'm just going to leave it there, and I'm going to pop in more color. So I just keep grabbing more water. I swirl around to get more color, and then I'm dropping it in. It looks like this side is the darker side. That's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to pop in color here. And maybe over here, there might be some shadows with leaves. I don't know. You know, we're just painting for fun. There's a lot of good texture on this piece of paper, so I'm liking that a lot. And just, I go fast, but if you need to slow it down, you go ahead. I'm going to extend this down just a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to leave it like that for now. I want to start putting in the foliage that we have in the reference or something like it. I'm going to take my number 6 and I want to just grab some yellow. This is a cadmium yellow. And this is going to be pretty for just like adding in some looseness, some loose florals. So let's dab the brush, shall we? Just some quick marks. Some little stems of flowers. Kind of looks like goldenrod, I'll be honest. I know that probably brings terror for some people. I know my dad was always allergic to goldenrod. I never was allergic, so I don't understand the pain, but I hear it can be quite frustrating when you have the allergies, so don't have it in a vase, friends, if you're allergic. Alrighty, let's do another, just a little bit right here. See how we're just dabbing quickly and getting really skinny at the top? That's all I'm thinking. Just really simple. And then I want to put in some leaves. So I'm just gonna grab this and just make a leaf shape. Boop. Let's put in some leaves here, just dragging it down. I like to dab it and leave a little white space. I don't know, to me, it looks really nice and just more natural with the dabbing. Another one right here. And then I do like to do the flick marks, kind of like this, just for filling in some space. So your leaves don't have to be these perfect leaves. And you know what? You can make, different, you can use different shades of green. You can even just, put in some quick flick marks here, like I'm doing, just to fill in some of this vase. Very natural. Just, let's do a little stem too. So light pressure to connect everybody together. Boops. I don't know, I do boops sometimes. It does seem to make it more fun and relaxing. And just, how about, I like that there is this tallness here, and less tall over here. My brain wants me to make it even, but the other part of my brain says leave it. A little green in between. To fill in some space. Kind of check in with yourself. How are you doing? How are you feeling? A little darkness. Adding some darker green if you have it. If you're feeling stressed, remind yourself this is supposed to be fun, right? So sometimes we just got to remind ourselves of that fact. This is fun. This is not a test. This is not a lecture. This is not something that you're going to be graded on. This is fun. It's fun, it's playful. A little bit of watery, runny paint. We're just gonna do a little tap tap for some splatter in several places. And I do want to put in some shadow because I feel like that would probably be the next best step. So when it comes to shadow, I love to use a dark navy. Navy is dark, okay. So just navy. If you have black, you can use that. You can add a little blue to your black as well. And we're just gonna do really quick lines. The idea of a shadow. Even better if your vase starts to bleed into your shadow. That's actually part of the cast shadow that happens. I'm gonna grab more concentrated navy and put it in right here. And there you go. Just simple, nothing crazy, nothing complicated. Okay, I'm gonna dry this and then we'll do a few little details. So certainly when we do the details, we use the smaller brush. And so this one here, that peachy color, just gonna try to make something similar. So pink, a little orange or yellow, a little yellow. And then I'm going to dab the brush, take off the excess, and we're just going to go around. And you know what? It needs to be a little darker, a little more pink, a little more orange. This is how we learn. Dab by trying, and let's try that again. So I'm just gonna go around and add in a little bit more darkness over the top of these, just especially in the middle. And then maybe I want to go like press a little bit more to make some thicker lines. Just a little bit there, a little bit there. Clean, dab, and you can just kind of blend in anything that maybe you don't like. Let's try this one. I'm going to use that same color, just a little bit of darkness. I'm doing these curved shapes. And sometimes I like to just focus on one side. And then this one here just had the, you know, that center at the top. And then just some like quick little petal marks for some fluffiness. And then this one I feel like needs a little bit more. Now that's pretty dark, and I think that'll work. So I'm just going to pop in a little more darkness in the middle. A little more darkness. And you can even use that for this if you'd like, to put in just a little quick mark. So with the green, we're going to go with more concentrated green. And I just like to add in a little bit of color over the top. See, just very loose. You can just do some quick flick marks too. Make it a little bit more concentrated. But we're working quickly. We're not thinking about this too much. I think I need to dab my brush and then add a little stem for here and then for here and here. And if you want to, you can even put in like a little stem to kind of connect all that together. So, all right, friends, that's pretty much it. Just a pretty simple painting. Again, if you want this lovely sketchbook, then the link is down below. And I had so much fun with you today. We've done it again. We painted another floral tutorial. And let me know in the comments what you thought or what was your favorite part. And if you wanted to get this little sketchbook, it's so cute, then you can click the link below for Arrtx, and this is how you pronounce it, or how you say it, how you read it. I don't know what I'm saying. Another thing, I have at this point about 4 or 5 spots left for Scotland. So go ahead and click below if you want to join us. You can also see the video link below to my last art retreat in Italy, so you can just see all the things that we do and how we have so much fun, the adventures that we go on. And also at this point, the wait list for my next launch, my relaunch of my florals course, the wait list is down here because we're relaunching very soon. You can get on that too. Anyway, that's all I got, friends. Just keep breathing, reminding yourself you've got this, whether your life is really challenging right now or you're sailing through. Happy painting and happy mental health. See you guys in the next tutorial.